Our Week 2 recaps start down in Kent, Ohio, where Kent's starter started using his survivalist skills to catch Tom Dyer on fire, where he Dalvin cooked up 131-piece chicken nugget with a side of Graham Gnocchi as Tom Dyer running back season high with 7 points. Not a good performance. We then, while we're talking about bad teams, are going to jump over and talk about E-Rich, who is now E-Poor due to his team's poor performance on both sides of the ball today. Teddy Bridge over troubled water was not enough to get past Super Bowl Tom Brady and Tommy Farquhar as they go back-to-back on the winning streak and start off the season at 2-0. Speaking of former champs, we're heading down to Flint Tropics, where two girls, one Cooper Cup of McCaffrey, look unstoppable enough to make a grown man Waller. Hungry Henry scores 47, but it ain't enough as Murph falls to 1-1. Now we jump over to Kyler M.V. Purry as he continues the hot start, and Baby D's running backs show a little bit of life, and he overcomes a slow start from A.J. Brown and old Greg Kittle to get on the winning track once again and start off 1-1. P-Money comes up short again, mostly wonder if he's too distracted by his girlfriend. What's up, Lauren? I'm sure you're watching this because Pat's obsessed and can't do anything without you. So just figured I'd give you a shout out. You're probably running his team now because you control his whole life. Pat, get it together. At least on the fantasy football, your performance is starting to concern your boys. Worst game in 3 years, not a coincidence, comes right after he gets a girlfriend. We're going over to the far east to Geneva, Ohio, where Big Cat Moose shows up with 171 points, led by the Kansas City Chiefs. And Chief? Oh, I talked to the Kansas City Chiefs, and they said Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce combination is it yet again, as his team starts off with another win. And Rondell Moore points, and Tony Pollard was polished as they continue to cruise past Team Cursed, who finally shows up after a win last weekend, drops 151 points, lured by certified cousin lover boy Kenyon Drake, and the wideouts were not enough. And we end this week's recaps down in D.C., where Mr. Otero and Mr. Buffalo head into a Monday Night Football game where they're both predicted to score 137 points. Otero overcomes poor performances by the coach and benching Danny Dimes, but will Scary Terry and Jason Michael Myers be enough of a scary season to get on the board this week? Or will Team Buffalo, led by Calvin Ridley me not, and Stephon dig him out of a hole and start off the season 1-1? Okay, boys, now we're heading into the weekly power rankings. We're trying to speed this up this week compared to last week. 15 minutes, that's a little too long. We're going to start off five tiers this week, boys. Tier 1, the Alpha Males. Number 1 team, Kevin. Averaging 180 points, no gaps on this team whatsoever. They're crushing it. Number 1, no one else is in your class, Kevin. Keep it up. Tier 2, this is the confident but ugly tier. Moose Knuckles, you're number 2 in the power rankings now. Congrats. Quarterback, running back, tight end, all on point. We're concerned with your wide receiver depth and flex position. We're not quite sure you're deep enough, but for now, you're number 2. Number 3, Kent Starter. We are not sure about Aaron Rodgers. So if Aaron Rodgers looks like an MVP guy again, you're going to continue to be up in this class. Otherwise, you may have some setbacks here soon. Your flex and tight end positions are a little concerned, but overall, wide receivers killing it every week. You look like a monster. Mixon, Dalvin Cook, are you kidding me? You're looking like you're going to be here to stay for the whole year. Tier 3, hit the gym, my guy. Number 4 team here, Baby D. Running back, wide receiver, everyone's averaging 10, 15 points. Not getting these breakout 30-point games from his squad yet, but he's been in the 150s every week, which is pretty good, but not going to be enough to beat Kevin. You need someone to step up. He's a bad Kyler Murray day away from dropping 85 points. Ravenous Killers, you're 2-0. We're putting you up here because you're 2-0, but your schedule's easy, so we're not sure if you're legit or not. And then Mr. Rauda, you were great. You were tier 1 to start the season, but you just dropped 81 points. That sucks. So the number 6 team is Rauda / Lauren coming in. It's team 6 in the power rankings. But that's what happens, dude. Okay, tier 4. This is he doesn't look like his picture profile or group. Murph, you're number 7 here. You asked me, you said, when I beat Kevin, are you going to move me up to tier 1? And then you lost. If there's a side note to anyone, you come to the commissioner, you talk about wanting to move up a tier, you lose, I'm gonna destroy you. So you're dropping down. You don't deserve it. 119 points isn't very good. And then Team Curse, you should be happy. You've moved up. You're gonna lose this week, but you ran into a chainsaw. It's not your fault. You still had 150 points. The committee recognizes what you're bringing to the table week in and week out. Tier 5. This is the at least he's got a job division. I'm putting the number 9 team is Mud Dogs. Number 10 team is Otero. They play each other tonight. Whoever wins is probably better. Not worth talking about the differences. So we'll see. I put Mud Dogs over this because I expect they're going to win today. And also, they didn't make any giant coaching blunders like Otero did. So he's going to get knocked for that. And then tier 6 is the Don't Talk to Him. He's creepy AF division. The Lovable Losers. Number 11. E-Rich, yikes with your performance this week, real yikes. And then TD. So he's been staying over here this weekend. So we're putting him through the boot camp. We're trying to talk fantasy, get in his head, help him hopefully develop some healthy habits that continue to improve his team over time. So that's where we stand. Quick recap on the Browns game. Looked like not a very great game. To be honest, I went to the game and drank some beer, so that's why I took today off work. Planned holiday, we were going to golf, but I think Jess kind of crushed that idea. But so I watched the game, but I didn't get to pay attention as much because I was crushing it at Ivy. I didn't watch any of the other games because I went to sleep at 6 o'clock. But overall, we won. We beat the Texans. We didn't cover. Baker was like 19 out of 21. He looked pretty respectable out there. One pick wasn't his fault. Definitely a top 10 quarterback in the league. The Cardinals won as well, which is pretty sick. So we're happy for that. We're also happy for Tampa for Lurch. So pretty good week in football. Yeah, that's it. That's it for the power rankings. No major trades happen in the league this week, so nothing to highlight there. And I didn't get any dubs in COD, so nothing to talk through on that front either. So pretty chill. Everybody have a good rest of the day. Make some trades. So we're about 2 weeks away, but if you're starting off 0-2, you need to look yourself in the mirror. And if you start off 0-3 or 0-4 and you're not making the playoffs, you should be thinking, do I have anyone on my team that is not going to be in their prime when I'm in my prime as a coach? And if so, think about making trades. Keep the cycles. Stay active. Stay healthy. Stay thirsty. Let's ride. Wolfies in 7. Goodbye, boys. Goodbye, Bree.